good day. We get a little more consistent with this one. This episode's about comparing. Yes, the world we live in the year 2024 has a lot of social media, has a lot of everyone saying who they are, how they feel on the internet, showing what they're doing, how they're doing it, the full nine, right? In a world where everyone is comparing one another with each other, we have to learn to use this skill the right way. See, comparing is a tool. It's something that your mind does. It regulates in measurements. It goes, oh, this is that, and this is this, and this is the difference between those two things and or more. Comparing oneself is what we're going to get into. But comparing yourself to another person, let's start to break it down. To compare, how did we get more light last time? Did we do that? To compare myself to you would be not pointless, but it's something that we jump to right away. You go, oh, Casper has a YouTube channel, or Casper can talk into the camera, or Casper does this or that, or he travels, or he makes music, or all these opportunities, or whatever the case is. That's just the forefront of what Instagram, what YouTube, what all this stuff shows you, what I choose to let you see, right? On that point, we have to understand that what's happening behind everyone's life is not what's happening in front of it. I travel a lot, and I don't like to use the word content. I like to put pieces of expression out so that people can interact with it, right? And yes, I've gone to college. Praise to the Most High. I got to meet all different type of people all around the world, work with different type of artists all around the world. But that took a lot of sacrifice. I had no childhood growing up because I chose to be a dancer and go on tours and work with different artists. I sacrificed a lot of school, a lot of human interactions with people of my own age. Everybody I used to hang out with was older than me or extremely younger than me. And there was like a disconnect I had with the people that were my age. My point is that there's a lot you lose in perception by assuming. And when you compare, you assume this is that, right? For instance, let's talk about families. Not everybody has a mom and dad. Not everybody has sisters or brothers. Not everybody has uncles and aunts or gets to see their family every year during Christmas or Eid or whatever you celebrate. Not everybody has a shoulder to cry on. Not everybody has peace of mind. So when you're comparing yourself to somebody else, you're comparing yourself to an experience that you haven't experienced yet. And even if you have, say you and somebody made it through, because it's you and that one person, you're completely different than this other person. Even if you guys are twins, you're different. You're able to go through the exact same things and come out two different people. So don't forget the variable of the identification of who you are and what you went through that made you who you are today. That's comparing to everyone else. Theodore Roosevelt was one of the presidents of the United States. One of his quotes that I remember for some reason is comparison is the thief of joy. Because you get in your head and then there's ego involved. And then when there's ego involved with comparison, then you're no longer liking yourself. If you're scrolling and you see all these bodies that you want to look like on Instagram, or all these artists that you want to sound like, or I promise you the best thing you can do is be yourself. And yes, we all have parts of ourselves that come from other people. I love XXXTentacion. He helped me start making music. That's one of the artists that showed me that I can say what's real and what I want to say versus what people need to hear. And then you find out what you want to say is what they want to hear. You see what I'm saying? So if you see parts of you in other people, that's different. That's not comparing. That's actually uniting. I'm not copying him, but a part of him is definitely in my heart. Maybe it's the time to start talking. Yeah, time to start talking about it. Comparison is a tool that you can use. Now, don't use the tool the wrong way, which is comparing yourself to somebody that's in a different position than you, that has gone through different things than you. So why would you compare yourself to yourself? And when I say that is we bring into the practice of tense again. Every video we talk about the past, the present, and the future, and how you can navigate through that. So you have the opportunity every single day to go, this was the past version of me. I see who that is. If I like it, let's improve it. If I don't like it, let's change some things up. It is the present's responsibility to do that. You are the present, and you are supposed to make sure that whatever you need to do to take the next step, do it. Get out of your way and take the next step. Simply put, I know it's easier said than done, but I promise you, you're going to thank you later. The future you is eventually going to be the present you, and then you're going to thank yourself in the past. If you need to replay that, replay it. But if you're with me, stay with me, okay? It can be used as a great tool, but only if you're taking the road within. You have to go within in order to understand yourself. See, the reason why things don't feel like they're working is because you don't understand every piece of yourself, which is probably, it's going to take a long time, and you're going to have to let go of things and grab other things and vice versa. It's a very linear way of thinking. I've said it before in one of the older videos. In order to climb that ladder, you're going to have to let go of one of the steps in order to get where you want to go. Compare to improve. Don't compare to degrade. Don't hate who you were. Be grateful for who you were and the lessons you learned in that experience, and then apply that. Become wise. We talked about this in one of the other videos. When you have wisdom, that comes from knowledge and experience. When you put those two things together, those two elements, that becomes wisdom. But you have to experience and you have to learn something newer, something bigger, something grander. You have to connect and do something different that you haven't done yet. I'm putting it into practice every single day. When I compare myself, I go, okay, this time last year, what was I doing? And let's take into perspective that life comes in waves. Sometimes you might not be the navigation in your heart and in your mind and in your spirit and how you're flowing through this universe might not mean going forward. It actually might mean going back in order to shoot closer to where you're aimed, where you want to be. Sometimes you have to go around the block once to understand what's going on. You have to understand what's going on inside of you in order to function better. So use that comparison as a tool to improve yourself. Improve. Improvisation. Improvisation means making it up on the spot. In order to take the next step in your journey, even if you don't know what the next step is, but you do know where you want to be, you have to take the step and then the stone will come. You have to trust yourself in the process. Have faith in yourself that you know you're supposed to be doing something and you're doing everything you can to get there, and you're focused and you're preparing for when the occasion arrives. And then when that, you're going to step right on the stone that you need to in order to get yourself to the next step that you need to be at. Understand that life is a journey. It is continuous. If you compare yourself to everything around you, you'll forget who you are. If you don't go inward, you will never understand who you are. You will just be a reflection of everything around you. If you choose to not believe or stand on anything, you will fall for everything. If you don't have the answer, I don't know is okay. Don't think that's not an option of saying, well, oh, do you know what your future looks like? Do you know your 5-year plan? Hey, look. If you don't understand, if you don't know what that is, I don't even know what my 5-year plan is. I know where I want to be, and I have goals to get me to where I want to be. And I might not be there yet. And actually, it might be getting worse before you even get a glimpse of, oh, it's succeeding. Oh, I'm doing what I'm doing. But we're putting these things into practice, that what we preach, right? So when it comes down to it, know my words have power. I'm going to speak myself into the existence of what I'm doing. I know that my soul, with will, can accomplish a lot. I am willing to do what it takes to get where I want to be. And I guarantee you, if you take all those steps that you need to take, don't skip any steps. Don't go, oh, this person's going so fast. They're getting right where they need to be. Or this person has this many subscribers. Or this person has this many likes on Instagram. Or this person's in college and I'm not in college. Or this, you compare yourself to others outside of you. They're not on your journey. You should wake up and go, did I do my best today? Was it rough? Yeah. Did I keep pushing through? Yes. that's a win. If you made it one more day, and if you went through all your emotions, cool, awesome. You practicing self gets you to a point of mastering self. So when you master oneself, when you practice over and over again with the will and the intention of becoming a more focused, more whole version of yourself, you won't need to compare yourself to anybody else. You're focused on you. Comparing yourself to anything outside of yourself is only slowing you down. That's the truth. If you want to build that momentum, if you want these moments to last, and if you want to become the version of yourself that you're aiming to become, you are going to have to not compare yourself to the people around you. Put yourself in the position that you want to be in. Put yourself around the people that you want to have the habits of. Practice those things. They say you are successful. You are as successful as the 5 people that you're around the most. And I believe that, because when I put myself around the people that are focused on what they're doing and setting goals and achieving those goals and having themselves be accountable for their work ethic, having them being the backbone of your family, or you taking a path that hasn't been taken yet, that is so important. Because that means you took the steps that were hard. That means that you took the steps of which you created your vision into reality. Start to create the life you want to live in. Manifest that shit. And when I say manifest, I'm not talking about fairies, and I'm talking about if you don't believe it, nobody else is going to believe it. If you don't believe it, which if you are the one person believing it, you're going to be insane for a minute. You're going to have to look insane. But I guarantee you, if you believe it and you put it into practice, you can achieve it. You can do it. I've done it many times in many different things, whether it's my dance career, whether it's my artistic diplomacy career, whether it's me teaching, whether it's the things that I love to do and I know help make the world a better place. If it's me being a security guard, if it's me changing my clothes during my lunch break to make these videos, like, you just have to become the person that you want to be. These videos, I hope, reach my grandchildren. I hope these videos affect people in my generation. For most importantly, I hope that these videos help me become a better person as well, because that's what I'm practicing. And I'm not saying, oh, I don't know if it can. Discipline's helping me build consistency. And I'm no longer comparing myself to anybody outside of myself. Do I go, oh, that looks like a bad habit? Absolutely. Do I go, oh, do I see myself in that person? And I do see myself. I'm hoping it's the better things, because I'm practicing better habits and I'm putting myself into a position of who I want to become. Comparing can either kill you or make you stronger. Allow yourself to become stronger. Get out of your way. Allow ego to be pushed to the side, or condense that ego. Understand, ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Why am I comparing myself to this person? Let that be. Go deep. Find the answers within yourself. Ask yourself the hard questions, and don't be afraid to start over. Starting over doesn't mean you went back to zero. It means you started a newer journey with the knowledge and the wisdom of your past experiences. You're not weaker. You're not less experienced. You're using your knowledge and everything that you've gathered to go on and take another step. Don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourselves to the past version of you. Make sure you're a different version every single day. I remember the reflection bandwidth that was happening. I used to go, damn, last year, I'm a whole nother person from last year. And I glow. I'd be happy when I found that out. I'm like, feels right. And then I started realizing it was seasonal. Oh, all my habits and practices are going into mastering myself. Every season, every 3 months, I'm a new person. My mindset, my focus, it's different. It went from every month to now every single week in different focuses of, if my word of the week is focus, then the next word of the week. Because I remember 3 years ago, my word of the year was focus. I'm doing word of the week. And now it's getting to a point of every single day, my intention has to be growth. And that's just for me, because that's where I find my flow state. I'm centered in myself. And it's not stingy. It's you taking care of yourself. And if you take care of yourself, That's one more person for the world to be at peace. In order to do that, you have to take care of yourself. Don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourselves to the past version of yourself so that the present version of yourself can make a difference, so that the future version of yourself is okay. That felt like a very aggressive video. It was not aggression, that was passion. I would like to say thank you to the newer followers. I think we're at 74 followers. Thank you guys. I appreciate everyone coming in. I'm going to do my best to put up some more clips and like videos for YouTube, as well as the bigger ones. I also have this thing called Buy Me a Coffee. I'm going to put that in the link. It's a way that you guys can subscribe and the money will help me get, like, I really want to get a Rode mic. So if we could do that, that'd be really great as a community. If not, don't worry about it. I'm going to get it done no matter what. I'm accountable for myself. But I appreciate you guys and all the support you guys have. If you like this video, please like it. If you're not subscribed yet, subscribe. Sign into your account and subscribe to the account. Put the notification bell on. I'm finding people want to know when the video drops, and that makes me happy. You have to turn on the notification bell. This is a longer video than I thought. I'm glad that we got through it. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are in the world. Peace and happiness. All praise to the Most High. Have a great day.